What do you make of Tom Aspinall?
I think he's awesome. He should go on and have a wonderful career.
Do you think that he needs you?
No, I think he needs me. I think he's not. It's just the truth. Because if I whoop his, it's going to be there's going to be a whole new fan base of somebody who everybody believes in. I've done this my whole adult life. When you want something bad enough, and if you get it, it could be the worst that ever happened to you.
What would it take to fight Tom Aspinall?
I'll see you guys later. They cut the tape off my foot. They left my toe taped, and it was awesome. We get into the fight. I get kicked in the balls. I'm not sure that.
You already did.
Right away. I get kicked in the balls right away. It had a nice amount of power on it. It ain't too bad, but I didn't want...
Jon Jones has shared his thoughts on the upcoming clash between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, and it stirred plenty of buzz in the MMA world. In a recent interview, Jones spoke highly of Aspinall, predicting a bright future for him in the UFC. Many fans have taken this as a subtle hint that Jones expects Aspinall to have the upper hand if he eventually faces Ciryl Gane inside the Octagon.
Strike to go unnoticed, so I stopped, I acknowledged it.
Smart.
And fight continued, and got an early finished.
You know, John, one of the most interesting things I saw from Fight Week was at the press conference, and you systematically broke down every weakness that you saw in Ciryl Gane's game, and he was sitting right next to you. Did all of those weaknesses that you saw play out here tonight that you could get that submission in the first round? Third fastest submission. Let me get this right because I just got this information. Third fastest submission in UFC heavyweight title history.
Wow, that feels really good. That feels really good. Yeah, you know, we were really well rehearsed. I believe that I'm a product of my team, and one thing we do is we take studying very seriously. I'm not sure if Ciryl Gane landed a clean strike on me or not, but we were ready defensively for every one of his strikes, and it just felt so amazing. I'm so happy. I got a little distracted because now I'm seeing some highlights.
Yeah, you want to watch it? Yeah, we all want to see it again.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. You know, when you're in there, you're obviously thinking incredibly clear, but you're in this flow state. So it's hard for me to recall everything that actually happened in the fight. I can't wait to go home and watch it.
This carries extra weight because Jon Jones has firsthand experience against Ciryl Gane. When they met in the Octagon, Jones made quick work of him, neutralizing Gane's striking, taking control on the ground, and finishing the fight with a first-round submission.
Jon Jones is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Now it's undeniable. Until he submitted Ciryl Gane and became the heavyweight champion, no one could with that.
Smashed him, bro.
Smashed him.
Ciryl looked kind of unbeatable up until the Francis fight.
I watched Francis Gane on that last fight. Francis, in the last rounds, could barely move his feet. He could barely lift his legs. He was walking so slowly. Francis wins his fights by like first round knockout, second round knockout. Francis outworked Ciryl Gane. I outworked Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier outworked the shit out of Francis. But Francis, the guy who outworked Ciryl Gane, since when has Francis become a guy who outworks others? His gift is knockout power. He got outworked by Francis. That tells me a lot.
I love this shit, bro. Yeah, off the cage, off the fence, off the fence. There you go, bro. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. Fucking all his weight. He's using all his weight to drag him down his rope. Oh, I got the neck. No way. I can't. It's not even in yet. Is it? It's not under the chin. You're carrying the weight. Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Yo, what did he do? Twisting the fuck out of his neck. Did he goose snap his wrist? Oh, we on.
Who do you think has a better chance of beating him, Alex or Tom?
I'm going to say Tom, because he's more well-rounded. But when you have a guy like Alex Pereira, he's so dangerous on his striking, so everything is possible. That's too hard to have the good ones.
Well, fight is over. Jon Jones is the new guy holding the heavyweight title. He beat Ciryl Gane fairly simply. Still have a lot of questions, though, because Jones looked good, but also Gane looked bad. And what I mean by that is Ciryl Gane looked like he didn't train a second of wrestling for this camp, but also he wasn't even moving like he normally does, so I don't know what was up with him. If maybe the moment of going up against Jon Jones and trying to back up all the talk got to him or something. I don't know. But now the more interesting fight that I've been wanting to see, and the fight I originally wanted to see when Francis was out, is going to happen next apparently, and that's Jones versus Stipe. That is a much more interesting fight and a much closer fight in my opinion.
That performance revealed a glaring weakness in Gane's game. His struggles with ground defense, his vulnerability against high-level wrestlers, and the difficulty he faces under relentless pressure. Now, Tom Aspinall is stepping up to face the same challenge. What makes this matchup intriguing is that Aspinall carries a skill set reminiscent of Jon Jones, but with added speed and explosiveness. He combines crisp boxing, solid grappling, and high fight IQ, blending sharp combinations with fluid movement and non-stop pressure that could overwhelm Gane right from the opening bell.
Collected. He said that since his last fight, which is well over a year ago, I think, maybe last December 2023, maybe I'm wrong. I think he fought Volkov in a very close fight. Anyway, he said that since then he's been working on nothing but his wrestling and his ground game, and of course he's shown in the past, shown a little bit of a weakness, but of course he's going to come back and he's going to get better, and he's going to go Dagestan for 2-3 years forgetting all that shit, right? Tom isn't necessarily going to shoot. I don't think so. Let's remember, Tom's been knocking everybody out. Tom's been starching everyone. And let me tell you something. Yeah, shooting a double leg takedown and then getting a submission is cool. It's nice. But when you, boom, you can crack someone and they go down and then the referee dives in and saves them and you jump on top of the cage, that is the best feeling in the world. And Tom has got kind of used to doing that. So when you continually knock everybody out, one after the other, why would you flip the script? Yes, of course, the safest path to victory against Ciryl Gane is to take him down. We saw what Jon Jones did, right? He made it look easy, right? He embarrassed Ciryl Gane. He really did. And that's why, by the way, I think that makes Ciryl even more dangerous. Remember, he's had 2 title fights. He had one against Francis Ngannou. Let's remember, he turned Francis Ngannou into a wrestler because there's a threat on the feet. And again,
obviously, with Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, Jailton Almeida and Volkov being the co-main event, if they are, just being on the fight card, they're going to be a backup fighter if anything happens to the main event. What's your thoughts on Volkov versus Gane? Sorry, Aspinall versus Gane.
I mean, I think it's the next best thing that we could get right now with Jon Jones not being able to do it and stepping away. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what Tom's plan is going to be, because I think on the feet, they're pretty evenly matched. I think it could be fun on the feet, but I think there's definitely a huge advantage for Aspinall when it comes to the wrestling and the grappling. And I think he'd be silly to not at least attempt to make it a bit of a grappling match and try to get the ground and pound, take him down. And we'll see, if he can defend takedowns, it could be a lot of fun. But if not, I think Tom can make some quick work. But there's a lot of pressure on Tom, man. We were talking about it on the pre-show this weekend that, you didn't get the Jones fight. You waited all this time, and now you've got to fight somebody else. And it's always tough because you want to win that one to really prove to everybody that, yeah, you are that guy. You are the great. You are the best. You're the reason Jon didn't want to take this fight, blah, blah, blah. If you go and lose that one, you just...
Yeah. Well, we haven't had guests on for a little bit because I've just been all over the place.
The MMA world has been quick to draw comparisons. If Jon Jones could dismantle Gane in a single round, then many believe Tom Aspinall has the tools to do the same. The difference is, Aspinall may not chase an immediate submission. He might choose to systematically break Gane down, drag him into the later rounds, and finish the job in brutal fashion. Still, the heavyweight division is always a gamble. One clean shot from Gane could flip the script in an instant. Aspinall knows he must balance aggression with caution. But when the greatest of all time, Jon Jones, gives you his stamp of approval and suggests you'll handle a former title challenger with ease, fans listen. That sets the stage for the big question. Can Aspinall mirror Jones's dominance, or will Gane adapt, learn from his past, and silence the doubters? One way or another, this matchup has the potential to reshape the future of the heavyweight division.